Hey, good morning from beautiful Williston, Tennessee. I moved it back to the back porch today. Hey, it's a nice day. It's hadn't got hot yet. I think that's coming later on today. If you're not familiar with this part of the country this time of year, it's usually about 90 every day, or 95, and humidity is usually up around 70%. So it's probably going to be warm today, but we got a pool back there. We can always jump in that. Hey, I'm going to play today and share a little bit and practice my guitar. Gosh, my arthritis is terrible in my hand. It's awful as you get a little bit older. You know what you want to do, and your fingers don't want to do it, and it hurts. But anyway, I love playing, so we're gonna play as long as we can. Hey, the guitar I've got today I'm playing today is my 314 Taylor Grand Auditorium cedar top, which means typically these guitars have a spruce top, but this is a limited edition, and it has a cedar top and a rosewood back inside. So it's a really nice guitar. It's really a cut above the typical 300 series Grand Auditorium. Grand Auditorium refers to the shape of the guitar. Taylor has been accused of inventing it. Some people would argue that Martin invented it, but Taylor certainly made it popular. And it is a little bit bigger than a parlor guitar, and obviously smaller than your dreadnoughts and your jumbos for sure. If you've noticed, last week I was playing the Grand Symphony size Taylor that I had, the 816, and it's not quite as big as jumbo, but almost as big, and it has a lot of projection. But the Grand Auditorium shape is comfortable to play. Like a parlor guitar, and it's becoming my most popular, for me, most comfortable to play guitar anyway. The cedar gives it a very mellow sound, very similar to my redwood guitar, but a little bit softer. I'm very fond of it. Another thing I did if you caught the broadcast last week, I talked about the strings. On my 816, I've just put the Attunes from Elixir, which are their new coated string, and I've grown very fond of them after playing it for a couple of weeks. I think, and to me, the main thing is they don't turn my fingers black. But these are not those, and these are Elixir's, the NanoWeb, their first generation coated string, and they play well. They sound well. They just, like I said, at the end of me playing day, my fingertips will be black from the string. So anyway, I thought, as usual, I'll start off with something I wrote. This is a song I wrote actually several years ago, I think around 2004 or something like that. It's a moral story about working for tomorrow, and tomorrow may not come. So the Ballad of Richard Petty. Richard met Patty in '78. Married in '80 and left it to fate. Patty tells Richard she loves him each day. He says, I know, and I like it that way. Sun comes out, sun goes down. Days slip by while no one is around. Working today, tomorrow there will be some time for you and me. Richard is working, he's slaving away. He's building a future for Patty someday. And Patty says, Richard, you need to slow down. And I miss you greatly when you're not around. Sun comes out, sun goes down. Days slip by while no one is around. Working today, tomorrow there will be some time for you and me. Richard works late at the office each night, staying away and avoiding a fight. Patty sits home alone by herself, all of her love locked up on a shelf. Sun comes out, sun goes down. Days slip by while no one is around. Working today, tomorrow there will be some time for you and me. Richard got back from the doctor today. The pain in his chest won't be going away. 25 years of punching that clock hasn't worked out the way that he thought. Sun comes out, sun goes down. Days slip by while no one is around. Working today, tomorrow there will be some time for you and me. 25 years don't seem very long. One day you're here, the next day you're gone. All that remains at the end of the day is a life never lived, 'cause you saved it away. Sun comes out, sun goes down. Days slip by while no one is around. Working today, tomorrow there will be no more time for you and me. No more time for you and me. No more time for you and me. Hello, Simon and Garfunkel this morning. Let us be lovers and marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag. So I bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wagner's pies and walked off to look for America. Kathy, I said as we boarded a Greyhound in Pittsburgh, Michigan seems like a dream to me now. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. I've gone to look for America. Laughing on the bus, playing games with the faces. She said the man in the gabardine suit was a spy. I said, be careful, his bow tie is really a camera. Toss me a cigarette, I think there's one in my raincoat. We smoked the last one an hour ago. So I looked at the scenery, and she read a magazine, and the moon rose over an empty field. Kathy, I'm lost, I said, though I knew she was sleeping. I'm empty and achy and I don't know why. Counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike, they've all gone to look for America. All gone to look for America. All gone to look for America. You're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on the way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. How I squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest till a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. When I left my home, my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, quiet of a railway station, running scared, playing low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Asking only workman's wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the whores on 6th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. Lie, 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 lie. Now I'm laying out my winter clothes and wishing I was home, going home, where the New York City winters aren't bleeding me, bleeding me. Lie, 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 lie. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries a reminders. Every glove that's laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. Lie, 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 lie. Baby's gone and I don't know why. She let out this morning like a rusty shot in a hollow sky, left me without warning. Sooner than a dog could bark, faster than the sun rose, down to the banks in an old mule car. Took a flatboat across the shallow, left me in my tears to drown. She left her baby daughter, but the river's wide and deep and brown. She's crossing muddy water. Back up standing in the field, heat rotten come November, and I bid her heart will not reveal spring that love remembers. When that sweet brown girl of mine, her hair is black as raven, how we broke the bread and we drank the wine from a jug that she'd been saving. Left me in my tears to drown. She left a baby daughter, but the river's wide and deep and brown. She's crossing muddy water. baby's crying and the daylight's gone. Big oak tree is groaning, and a rush of wind and a river of song. I can hear my true love moaning, crying for her baby child, crying for her husband, crying for that river's wide, keep her from her loved one. Left me in my tears to drown. She left baby daughter, and the river's wide and brown. She's crossing muddy water. Hey, I thought about what I was going to share today, and I was thinking, the theme that keeps coming up in my mind is this absolute insane world that we're living in now. You just don't know what to believe. You don't know what to believe on the news, obviously. You don't know what to believe on social media. You don't know what to believe in your job. You don't know what to believe in your family. You don't know what to believe about anything, because there's so much stuff that is being just pushed upon you from one side or the other side, from up, from down, from left, from right, from black, from white, from good, from bad. It's just there's a dichotomy of noise, and you don't even know what to believe about yourself. And I was thinking about that, and how do we know? How do we know? Where do we find the truth? It's not that there is no truth. It's just there is truth and there's everything else, and it's so difficult to find the truth. And I think from my perspective, and the people from my tribe, my culture, and we want to analyze things. We want to analyze the Bible, for example, and we want to say, okay, this is the set of rules that are outlined in it, and this is how I'm going to see. This is the lens that I'm going to see everything through. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but I think that it really falls short of really finding out who we are. The Bible says that the beginning of knowledge, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and that fear is more than it's not being afraid, but it's being awestruck. It's being sobered in our temperament about who we are in light of Him. And I was trying to think of a way to illustrate this that makes sense beyond my rambling things. And I was thinking about Isaiah. Now, Isaiah is the premier prophet in the Old Testament. He was the premier prophet of his day, one of the few that was recognized by his people. They were usually busy killing the prophets in the Old Testament. But Isaiah was the premier prophet of his day. He was like the Billy Graham of the nation. And I was thinking about Isaiah, and I was thinking about Isaiah chapter 6. In Isaiah chapter 6, Uzziah had died, and Isaiah was in the temple, probably meditating on that, and something happens to him. Now, up to this point, how has Isaiah defined himself? Has he defined himself in the light of what people said about him, the respect that he got, the honor? Was he? I'm a prophet. I'm somebody. I've arrived. I'm about doing the things of God, and I'm where I need to be, and I see myself in that light. And there's something that happens to him in Isaiah chapter 6. And he describes that in the chapter. He says, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord, and he was high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. And he describes what he saw, and he describes that experience of seeing the manifest presence of God. And, we talk about the nature of God, and, God is omnipotent. He is everywhere. There's no place you can go where God's presence is not there. But his manifest presence is not everywhere. Your perception of his presence is not everywhere. You're seeing him in his glory is certainly not everywhere. So Isaiah has this vision, this experience where he sees God. And the first thing out of his lips are, "Woe is me, for I am a man of unclean lips. And I'm from a people just like me, of unclean lips." And now he sees himself as he is. And I think this is where we need to look to find truth in this age that we're living in. We need to find out who we are and who are the people around us, who are the people that were in our culture around us. And the only place to see that, and the only place to experience that, is from this revelation of who God is. So the answer to the question is to how do I find out who I am? How do I find out who my people are? Well, the only way to find that out is to find him, experience him, his manifest presence. And that cuts through all of your preconceptions. That cuts through all of your bad training. It cuts through all of the cultural influences that are wrong and the things about this world that are wrong that have become ingrained in who you are. That gets stripped away. So here's Isaiah, who before this moment probably felt pretty good about himself, and now, woe is me, for I'm a man of unclean lips, and I'm in a people just like me, of unclean lips. He sees himself as he is. When Joshua experienced the presence of God, he saw his righteousness, his works, his good things as filthy rags in that light. And so it's experiencing his presence, experiencing him is where we find out who we are. Now, God doesn't just leave him in that revelation. That's the beginning of a transformation. Because then God sends the angel with the coal from the laver and touches his lips and cleanses his lips. And this is where he receives his commission to go and be a prophet to the people. His true commission. God didn't just leave him in his brokenness. He showed him he was broken. He was already broken. He just didn't know it. He had unclean lips. He just didn't know it. But in that light of God's presence, he finds out who he is. So I want to encourage all of us to find that place. Because I think God will reward us with that revelation of who he is and who we are if we seek him and ask him. Ask him to show you who you are in his light. And then he's not going to leave you in that state. And then you can better understand what's going on in this world around us. Because if you just try to analyze it, you're going to fail. Because there's so much deception that's loose in this world. And, so much of it looks good. It looks like revelation. It looks like inspiration. It looks like justification. It looks like lots of things, but it's not. The only place you're going to find truth is in him. You remember when in the scripture where it says God created us in his image, and we traditionally have thought of that as being, there's God and I'm made like him. I can think, I can decide, I can choose, I have free will, I can create. And there's a lot of attributes in us that are like God. But that scripture really says in the Hebrew, at least I believe when I studied it, it says, I was created to live in his shadow. I was created to live in the shadow of God. That's why I exist. And in that place is where I'm going to find out and recognize who I am. I'm going to understand things the way I need to understand things. So let's live up to what we were created to be. Let's live in his shadow and seek him. Don't seek answers to all these questions. Seek him. And the answers will come when you find that place. Anyway, that's all I got to share about that this morning. The guitar's getting a little out of tune. It's supposed to be the humidity out here. Oh, he's going to play through it. I don't bring my tuner out here. I'm not going to suffer y'all watching me tune the guitar. Lord, you're my shepherd. Who shall I fear? Rod and staff comfort me. Keep me safe and secure. Surely goodness and mercy follow me all of my days, and I'll dwell in your house forever. Lead the path of righteousness for the sake of your name. Your love is never ending, you're always the same. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all of my days, and I'll dwell in your house forever. Bring me to green pasture, prepared for me your bed. You cause me to lay down, and I enter into rest. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all of my days, and I'll dwell in your house forever. Bring me to still water, I can drink my fill. You anoint my head with oil, my wounds you heal. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all of my days, and I'll dwell in your house forever. You prepare a table in the presence of my foes. You restore my soul, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all of my days, and I'll dwell in your house forever. Even though I walk this valley of death, I will know no fear. You're with me every step. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all of my days, and I'll dwell in your house forever. Surely goodness and mercy follow me all of my days, and I'll dwell in your house forever. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come let me love you, come love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, the storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Hi, Judy. Good morning. Good to see you on here. You kind of missed most of it. I have to go back. I do every week. I do this, and I always start too early, and then people don't get on, and then people get on right at the end. I feel like I got to do it again, and I can't really. So we're not going to do much more. Hey, my guitar's out of tune. Boy, it sounds bad. Let's do one more. We're on John Denver. Let's do one more for what it is. There's a storm across the valley, clouds are rolling in. Afternoon is heavy on his shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane a mile or more away. Winding up his wheels just makes it He's an hour away from riding on your prayers up in the sky. 10 days on the road, barely gone. There's a fire softly burning and supper's on the stove. Light in your eyes that makes him warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long lost friend. Hey, it's good to be back home again. It's all the news that tell him how you spend your time. What's the latest things the neighbors say? And your mother called last Friday, the sunshine made her cry. Felt the baby move just yesterday. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long lost friend. Hey, it's good to be back home again. All the time that I can lay this tired old body down. Your fingers felt the soft upon me. Kisses that I live for, the love that lights my way. Happiness living with you brings me. It's the sweetest thing I know of, just spending time with you. Little things make a house a home. Like a fire softly burning and supper on the stove. Light in your eyes that makes me warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes it's so far, it's like a long lost friend. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Hey, it's good to be back home again. I enjoyed playing this morning. I'm sorry my guitar is so out of tune. It wasn't when I started. I think it's all the humidity has affected it. And next time I will, maybe I won't be back here by the pool. I'll probably go out on the front porch next time. But it's pretty back here. Anyway, I hope that everyone who listens to this, that you have a wonderful day, that you'll take to heart what I shared about Isaiah, and you'll seek him to find out who you are. It's the only way to find out who you are. So have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll do this again next week, and I will save this reel, and I'll put it up on my YouTube as well. My YouTube, I think it's John Olmsted, 1892, I think. There's not many of us. You go on YouTube, you start looking for John Olmsted, you'll find me. I put my original music up there as well so I can just remember it. It's terrible to have written songs and perform them and not have a recollection of what they are. So I started recording everything. Judy says, beautiful, just what I need to smile at me in the morning. Love you too, Judy. Love Gary too. You tell him, pass my love on to him. I'll try to call him and today maybe and see how you guys are doing. Anyway, have a wonderful day. We'll do this again next week. Come and watch me practice my guitar and muddle through. All right. Bye, everybody.